Welcome to the Smooth Forest Fitness Podcast. I am Lamar, your host, and I have the honor to introduce Gabe Gabzilla Wells to the podcast. How you doing, Gabe?
I'm good, man. Blessed. Can't complain.
Good. Glad to hear that. Glad to hear that. Um, I know that we had Hunt on. I had Hunt on as a guest, and then while after interviewing him, I saw your page, and I believe you two train together, and you train hard. You train hard. So we spoke briefly, and I was like, "Yeah, I want him. I want him on the podcast." So let me say, you are a power lifter, coach, and president of the official GT Barbell sport group. Is that true?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Nice,
That,
nice,
that's pretty
nice,
much me in a nutshell.
nice, nice. So how long have you been competing as a power lifter, and what got you into the sport?
Let's see. I've been competing, competitively probably about close to the 15 years.
Oh, nice,
Uh,
nice.
I dabbled a little bit of it in high school. I wasn't like Hunt, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't a phenom in high school.
Okay.
So I actually started playing basketball.
Yeah.
I was a basketball
Okay.
player, and
Okay.
then my grown weight caught up with me. Uh,
Okay. Got you.
And, you know what I'm saying? But I always loved powerlifting and stuff and lifting heavy. So,
Okay.
I just kind of gravitated towards it.
Nice. Nice.
What pretty much got
What?
me into it, that looking for that athletic outlet after I realized, you know
Okay.
what I'm saying, I wasn't going too far with basketball.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. That's big because as we pass the high school age or the college age, and we enter the workforce, sometimes we miss that competitive nature, that competitive sport. It's harder to find a basketball league for 30 plus year olds, or a football league, or really any sport. But the beauty of powerlifting, or really even the beauty of fitness, is you can go in the gym, like you can start a lifting group, and just really be involved and really do it, which is, pretty much just as exciting as the sports we played during the younger years. So I definitely like that. Well, I see you lift heavy, and all your videos you're lifting, out of the three, the bench, squat, deadlift, you're always lifting heavy, a lot of heavy lifting. So what are your platform best lifts, and compare that to your gym best lifts? What's how far off are the two?
Uh, see, my gym lifts are way much higher than my platform lifts and stuff like that. Simply,
Okay.
just because you naturally gonna just be stronger in the gym than you are on the platform and stuff.
Mhm.
Uh,
Mhm.
Squat is my best squat before pre-injury was about 715.
Nice.
Uh,
That's impressive. That's
so I'm
impressive.
I'm 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 building that back up. Uh,
Okay.
my best gym my best gym bench was about 570. Best competition
Nice.
bench is 530. Uh, Best
Nice.
gym deadlift pre-injury was 770,
Mm.
and
Big numbers.
best competition was 700. Yeah.
700.
So
Nice.
yeah, everything's on a rebuild right now. So when you came across my page and stuff, this is
Mhm.
me rebuilding myself like years later.
Okay. Okay. But listen, your lifts are still impressive. Your gym lifts are impressive. I did a podcast. My last episode was with Perseus Black. I'm not sure if you know him. He was a pro
Oh yeah,
bodybuilder. I'm sorry, yeah, pro powerlifter, out of Alabama. And I pretty much asked him
yeah.
the same question. I asked him about, compare a platform lift to the gym lift, and it seems like not. And I even spoke to other individuals, other powerlifters. The gym lift usually is going to be heavier than the platform lift, And there's a lot of reasons. You know, it's comfort, it's the body's warmer. There's a whole bunch of reasons why it's usually higher. But yes, he agreed, and basically what you said kind of just followed in suit with what he was saying. So I definitely get you.
Yep.
Uh, speaking about speaking about the two, comparing the two, what would you say is more satisfying? Getting a big PR on the platform, or having a great workout in the gym with and I don't know if you train solo or if you have a group that you train with, but what's more beneficial, what's more fulfilling for you, that PR platform or a phenomenal gym workout?
That's a good question. I can't say one is more fulfilling than the other because
Mm-hmm.
I train with a team and stuff like that, and I coach most of it. So
Okay.
I think it's different levels of fulfillment. You know what I'm saying? Uh,
Yeah.
being that I'm always chasing that platform number, so it's always
Mm-hmm.
that's going to be an official number that I can always refer
Okay.
back to. But I think
Mm-hmm.
with the day in and out grind, just having
Mm-hmm.
that camaraderie and you know what I'm saying, that feeling that energy as you going through meet
Yes.
prep, you know what I'm saying?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
That's like eating at the candy bowl every day. You know what I'm saying?
That's it. That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying, because I'm not a power lifter. I
Right.
did one bodybuilding competition, but for me, I enjoy being in the gym. I usually work out. I usually train by myself, train solo. But when I do train, even when I'm training solo, it doesn't matter, solo or with someone. I just enjoy being in there, pushing myself, and just getting the most out of every set, every rep, and just going up in weight. And it's a stress reliever. It
Yeah.
clears the mind. It's great for the body. There's so many pros to fitness, and that's kind of why I created this podcast, to talk about the pros of fitness and health, and how it prolongs life, how it prolongs just happy living, and there's so many benefits to it. So, but
Fact.
I like your answer, because being in that group, it's like a, not to say you're sitting around talking, but it's almost like a social event, in the sense of you're training, you're pushing. And an example, matter of fact, a good example, you did dynamic lifts. So you was doing deadlifts. I think it
Hmm.
was 455. Okay, and it was
Yeah.
you and two other individuals, and you was doing singles. So you go and you see you had the weight. It's similar to, I'm not gonna say it was pin press, not pin press. It's not. It's similar to I can't think of the term, where you have rack pulls. Similar rack pulls, only in
Yep.
the
Yep.
sense of you had them on like a platform, not the platform, but you had the mats underneath, so it was a little bit higher. So your starting point was a little bit higher, but it was still
Hmm.
a relatively heavy weight, about 455 ish in that area. He was doing singles and explosive singles, like he was getting it, gripping up aggressively, and I'm assuming he was doing that just for speed, just
Yeah.
to increase your speed, your explosiveness. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So he did,
Yeah.
yes, he
Yeah.
did that with two other people, and that's enjoyable. Like if I ever went to your gym, I kind of want to do that. Like, let's go,
Oh
let's
yeah.
put this weight on. It seemed like it was a good time.
Oh yeah, man.
Definitely.
It's always good and stuff like that, especially with the dynamic pulls and stuff.
Yes.
I think that session you're talking about, it literally took us, man, I think we timed it maybe 3 minutes,
Okay.
3 minutes
Okay.
from start to
Nice.
finish. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
To
Nice.
knock that out and stuff like that. So, that kind of dispels the myth that powerlifters are out of shape and stuff.
You guys get a bad rap for that, and you know, I mean,
Yeah.
I understand a little bit where it comes from, because not all powerlifters are in shape, but I'm not gonna put you in that category. When I say in shape, not all some powerlifters are just bigger guys who
Oh
are
yeah.
big, still are like, let me do that, but not all of them.
Yeah.
And I don't think you're in that category. I think you're strong, you're fit. It shows you have endurance, and you lift a whole bunch of weight. You definitely lift a whole
Appreciate it,
bunch
my
of weight.
brother. Appreciate it.
Yeah, you definitely do your thing. And speaking about how intense your training sessions are, Uh, are you a fan of active recovery, or do you just want to just take the whole day off and just relax? Because you know some people like, for example, active recovery. For the folks who may not be familiar with that term, you train hard, you beat up the muscle, and then you recovery is maybe you get in the pool, or you walk, or you do that same exercise, and you just take the weight off. If you're benching 225, you drop to 135 or even lighter, and you just do reps. Just get the blood circulating, and that nutrients going to the muscles. That's active recovery. Or you just lay in your bed and just keep yourself out of the gym and just relax. What method do you prefer?
Uh, we generally do I do programming and stuff. We do active recovery, depending
Okay.
on how long the training cycle is and stuff. We're running like three. We'll go hard for like maybe 3 or 4 week waves, and then we'll have a week where we just kind of do active recovery. And then
Okay.
as
Okay.
we get closer towards the meet, that active that is that there's the option of not doing anything that last
Mhm.
week before the
Mhm.
meet and stuff like that to kind of give your body a complete rest.
Okay.
But
Okay.
generally we run active recovery, man, and I like
Got
active
you.
recovery. Love active
Mhm.
recovery.
Got you. Got you. It's beneficial. I
Extremely.
like it as well. Yeah, it's definitely beneficial. It just, for me, I like it because it helps get that soreness out of the body.
Right.
As if so, like I said, if I did a heavy squat session, the next day my legs are sore, my whole lower body is sore. If I go back to the squat and I just drop the weight, maybe 135 pounds, and just do maybe 10, 15, 20 reps, just get that blood circulating, that soreness just decreases. So that's or get in the pool and do a few laps. That's active recovery, and it's really beneficial. I'm definitely a fan of
Abs-
that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. I noticed that on occasions you do beltless deadlifts, and that's been a debate that a lot of people been going over. Like, should you wear your belt doing deadlifts? Should you wear your belt doing squats? Some people wear the belt doing bench, overhead press and all that stuff. And I'm noticing that a lot of power lifters, they may work majority of the lifts with a belt, but then there's some days they go beltless. Do you do that? And if so, what do you think the benefit of it? What's the benefit of going beltless?
Yeah, I actually do. I'll have phases where the complete session is beltless, or I'll work
Okay.
up into the belt,
Mm-hmm.
or either I'll do my down sets without a belt, stuff like that, like
Okay.
which kind of what you saw here with this past
Mm-hmm.
training block. Uh,
Okay. Okay.
benefits, man. It's really strengthening your core and your
Mm.
entire trunk. A lot of people tend to think that the core is just your abs and stuff like that, or your abs and
Mm-hmm.
obliques, but your core goes all the way around. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Uh,
That's true.
and we lower the weight down, and we really focus on like really honing in technique and stuff. So
Mm.
you won't see me if you see me belted with a belt on, and let's say I'm squatting 600. You won't
Okay.
see me trying to squat 600 without a belt. You might see me doing
Okay.
like maybe
Okay.
400 without the belt. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
it has its purposes,
Yeah. Yeah.
but I also
And
don't recommend like a beginner like
mm-hmm.
trying to do super max weights without a belt.
Yeah. 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 That makes sense. Uh, I go through periods of using the belt, then periods of not using the belt. Uh,
Yeah,
I like to throw that balance in there just so my core doesn't become that weak point,
right.
So that belt gives nice support to the midsection, and it's confidence. It gives me confidence for my heavier lifts, but it also kind of takes away the need for the core to, or you always want to say type, it takes away from what the core can like provide, give to that lift. So sometimes I just go belt lifts, and I'm really working that core, that stability, and just really working those muscles. So it's a good combo. Uh, this I actually saw on your page. You a lot of power lifters, they do the big three lifts: the squat, bench, deadlift. They do the straight bar. They do just certain exercises. But you, on the other hand, you incorporate a plethora of accessory work with your powerlifting training. So when I say accessory work, I'm not talking about like the secondary smaller muscles. I'm talking about the equipment you use. Like you deadlift one day on a straight bar, then you may deadlift on a hex bar, and then you squat on a duffalo bar, then you use a multi grip bar for the bench, and then you're doing deadlifts with an axle bar, and then you're doing band work, and you're not only doing regular band work, you're doing reverse band, you're doing regular band, you're using the safety ball squat. Like every piece of equipment I think that's been invented, you incorporate into your your workouts. So my question is, do you do it just so you just don't lose interest in the sport, you're just not getting bored, or is there a benefit for incorporating all those different elements of training?
Man, I do it to implement different elements of training, like you said, and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. And
Mm-hmm.
it does keep me engaged and stuff, man. I
Nice.
I follow. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but I follow a conjugate style of training made real popular by
Okay.
Louis Simmons and stuff like that. And
Okay. Okay.
and the West Side and whatnot. So, it's a rotation of different bars, different
Mm,
modalities and whatnot. So, and
nice.
that's I've been following it for like the last 13 years and stuff because my coach brought
Nice.
me in under that type of training,
Mm-hmm.
and
Nice.
it's taken me to the top. What I'm saying, the top of the mountain.
Okay.
Following
Okay.
conjugate.
Mm-hmm.
When I got injured, I followed conjugate,
Mm-hmm.
and on the rebuild, I followed conjugate. So, and
Mm-hmm.
it keeps me constantly engaged and stuff like that. And it's great
Nice.
for the newer lifters that come on the team because it's always something new to them. You know what I'm saying?
Got you. Got you. Got you.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
I like how you incorporate it. I definitely
yeah,
like how you incorporate it. It's definitely the benefits, and even the reverse band. So when we do the reverse band on squat, for the folks who may not be familiar with the reverse band, where it's you feel all of the weight on top, but it decreases as you get in the bucket, as you get low, so
hmm
you feel whatever you're lifting, you still feel it, but doing the
oh yeah,
hardest part of the lift, which is it from the squat coming up, it takes a little weight off of it. So
hmm
it's still, you still tap into that central nervous system if it's a heavy lift, and but then it eases doing the harder part. So it's a phenomenal method. Uh,
absolutely,
yeah, I'm actually interested on your opinion on this because I know that you do majority of the time for the deadlift you do mixed grip. So
hmm
during my years of high school, when I was playing high school football, and I just started deadlifting, I was told your strong arm goes underhand, and your weaker hand goes above. So some pronated on your weaker side, and they say your stronger hand is facing up, and it's great, but it can bring an imbalance to the body, to the muscles,
hmm
but it's probably the strongest way to lift. But
yeah,
recently there's been a wave of people doing pronated, where both hands is a double over grip. How do you
oh yeah.
feel about that recent wave where everyone just all of a sudden wants to do just that pronated double over?
Yeah, that what you're seeing is not a true double overhand. It's more of like a
Mm-hmm.
hook grip like that. So
A
the
hook.
bar
Oh
kind of
wow. Okay.
sits,
Okay.
yeah, the bar kind of sits in there and you really just kind
Okay.
of locked in. Uh,
Okay.
it's probably not a popular. I'm not gonna sound popular with this, but everybody wants to do hook grip and stuff like that because you hear about bicep tears and whatnot. So, uh,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
you can you can tear up something regardless if your technique is off. It just is what it is. And when you
Mm-hmm.
see these
Mm-hmm.
people that have like these massive deadlifts with hook grip or something like that, honestly, they're just really good deadlift. So if they
Okay.
decided to go
Okay.
mixed grip, it would be the same. You would have the same result and stuff.
Mm.
And
Mm.
I think the what a lot of that really comes in at is because of social media and stuff like that. So you tend to see
Okay.
these people that hit the algorithm a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I personally don't have an issue with it because if you can do it, go for it. I hate it. I tried it. I hate it.
Mm-hmm.
But I will do double overhand uh, to work my grip more and stuff like that.
Okay.
But I ain't a fan of hook grip.
I hear cussing to the hand also. Like it's
Yeah,
pretty
yes,
aggressive on the hand. Yeah,
yeah,
I never done
yeah.
hook grip. Uh, yeah. In addition, you do there's snatch grip. I saw you doing
Hmm.
snatch grip with I think four and some change. Uh,
Yeah.
and for people, not everyone may not know what snatch grip. Snatch grip is basically a double over and very wide. You know,
Yeah.
so you have to get lower down to the bar. It's a harder lift because you have to get down lower. The
Yeah.
wider your arms are in a deadlift, it's just more distance you need to get to start the lift. So that's definitely good. And you was doing it with an axle bar, I believe, which is a thick. It may not have been the snatch, but
Yeah.
you was working with an axle bar, which is
Hmm.
a thicker than usual bar, and it just really works. That forearm really works your grip. I even did. I'm not sure if you ever worked out with fat grips, fat grips.
Hmm.
And I used fat grips where I put on the dumbbell and I was doing incline dumbbells with fat grip. And just because I didn't have that great grip of the ball, because the grip was so much thicker, doing an exercise that most would think doesn't incorporate your grip, is just your triceps and chest are involved and shoulders. It was probably two times harder. So doing an exercise that really directly works it, like a deadlift, definitely gonna feel it. So I applaud your training. Definitely applaud your
Appreciate it, man.
training and yeah,
Appreciate
and
it.
how you do it. So I know you coach.
Hmm.
So how could if someone was interested in your coaching or joining your club or just wanted to reach out to you, just to get a pointer or something, how would they contact you?
Best way to get a hold to me is to actually DM the my team's page
Okay.
on Instagram at official GT
Okay.
Barbell.
Nice.
Shoot a DM there, myself or either one of the other coaches. You know what I'm saying? They usually, reach out and whatnot. And,
Okay.
we've had people do that and stuff. So,
Okay. Perfect. Well, Gabe, I appreciate you being on the podcast. Uh, Definitely, I'm going to continue watching your lifts. A lot of interesting lifts. You go hard. Very entertaining. If I'm ever in Texas, what matter of fact, what part of Texas is your gym in?
we're in Southeast Texas, about 80 miles from Houston. So we're a little
80
bit
miles from
closer
Houston.
towards, yeah, we're outside of Houston. I don't know what's down in Nederland.
Okay. So you know what?
Mm.
Next time I'm in Houston, I normally go to Houston maybe once or twice a year. I'm gonna give you a
Okay.
call, see what you're doing, and maybe we can get a gym session in or something. But
Man,
like I
that
said,
sounds
Gabe,
great.
definitely, it was a pleasure talking to you. I appreciate you being on the podcast, and we definitely speak again. All
Appreciate you, my
right,
brother. All right,
all
man.
right, man. Take it.
Take it
All right,
easy,
later.
bro. Later.
You too.